there it is, me drifting the Audi. You're probably wondering why, how, and what the f***. Well, I'm going to explain all of that in this video. It's been a while since you guys have seen the car, because you guys deserve an explanation, and I'm going to give it to you. That sounds sus. The last time you guys saw the car, it looked something like this.
I was too jazzed up, but the car is outside running.
Beautifully does that.
Yeah, she's out of the garage first time in 4 or 5 months.
Okay guys, so this is right after I took the car out for the first start. I was just like on a high. The car was running. I was so excited to drive it. I was rushing to get everything ready. Like, I was just having the time of my life pretty much. And I did get to drive it for a few days. Everything was going great until I took it to my first meet that I set up later that week. And I did a little pull in the parking lot and sheared the front axle cup right off of the trans. So it was short-lived, but not a huge fix, right? Shouldn't be. Well, leading up to the months prior to that, I had been doing nothing but sim drifting. I got a sim rig and I got addicted, and I immediately just, every single day, I was just on my sim rig drifting as much as I possibly could. I started entering competitions.
That is Luke 100 mph. Cool guy, here we go.
And I actually ended up making a render and rear-wheel drive version of my car and what I wanted it to look like. I was actually able to drift the B5 before I even made my car what it is now. So, as you can probably guess, I didn't fix the car. I took this as the perfect opportunity to do what I actually wanted to do, which was drift. So I took the car apart again, which you'll see some of here, and I ended up converting the car to rear-wheel drive. And so I didn't get to even drive the car before I took it to my first event. I literally loaded it up that night on the trailer after getting the swap done and drove it to an event the next morning without ever having driven the car rear-wheel drive. Not even once. So you can imagine how nervous I was pulling up to the start line with 6 other cars behind me, and I've never even driven this car rear-wheel drive. I had a little bit of confidence from my sim driving that I would know what I was doing out there, basically. And during this time, Hannah, my wife, was trying to convince me that no one was going to care if I spun out, no one was going to care if I did bad. And then someone actually came up and walked up to my window and said, "Dude, how are you drifting an Audi? Like, everyone's watching, everybody's wanting to see how this thing drifts." So I about had a stroke before I even got the car on the track, just out of nervousness. Somehow I beat the nervousness, and I ended up linking the track on my very first time out. And after that, I was hooked. Now you'll get to see what my B5 has become after about a full season of me drifting it, and you'll see my next projects as well. Alright guys, so that is the gist of why and where my Audi is today. Now you can do this to probably any Audi. I think the concept is going to be pretty much the same. I have footage of the whole process of doing the rear wheel drive conversion, the wrap, I mean everything I filmed. So I can upload all of this stuff if you guys got questions. I highly recommend, if you've got an Audi lying around and you don't have to drive it in the winter, make it rear wheel drive. These cars are so fun to drift. So fun to drive rear wheel drive, and they're relatively inexpensive compared to other drift chassis like a E36, 46. Pretty much you can snag a B5 18T for like $1,000 if you get the right deal, and it takes a day to do the rear wheel drive swap, and then boom, you got a drift car. You can add angle to these cars by just doing some simple knuckle mods, chopping some arms and re-welding them back on shorter. I have videos on that as well, so I'm going to keep uploading. I'm working on more projects as we speak. Tons and tons of stuff coming to the channel. I apologize for not uploading this stuff sooner. I get on a roll of filming and then I never get to uploading. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to keep uploading stuff. I'm going to keep filming. I love doing this and I'm just having fun with it, so